All right, so what's going on, people? Found a totally different location than normal. Just like whatever. We'll do whatever. Flop down and cut a video. So first and foremost, Uncommon Breed crew that went out to Big Sky last week just fucking dominated. If you haven't caught up with these guys, check them out on Facebook, The Uncommon Breed. See who you can find that's in their group. You got a lot of hardworking guys and gals that are just putting down some crazy contest prep and just bringing just these insane packages to the table, and just they're fucking impressive as hell. And a lot of them will give credit to their coach Lloyd Welch up there in Idaho, and he is just changing the universe one body at a time. So big, huge shout out and props to him. This week, I kind of just there's been a lot of stuff going on, and my wife's been out of town this week, and just looking at stuff and wrapping up my last week of just eating like whatever, and lifting really heavy again for a little bit, and I guess there now we're human, right? Hey, you're so below me. I'm just kidding. So this coming up this week, coming up next week, I'm gonna start another cut cycle, and this is where I have to root for the fat people, and you know who you are. Why don't you get on board with this deal and let's do something together? If it's your first time, matter of fact, I have somebody in mind, and I'll hit him up after this, starting on Monday. He said he wanted to make some changes, and he even stated something about, being a part of my life. It was unexpected, and somebody that can help him. And it's different levels and stuff like that. But my thing is people end up in front of you for a reason. People end up in your life for a reason, for whatever, whether it's a minute or gimmick term, for a cup of coffee or for the rest of your life. Thinking about Lloyd and the people that he's affecting, you never know who it's going to be that you're going to be able to affect. And you never know when the opportunity is going to arise that you're going to be the only person that can reach your hand out and say, hey, I know how you feel. And then take that person with you, right? Or at least walk them through what they're going to go through, because you've already done that. And I've talked about this before, but it's so vital to remember. I mean, there's going to be people that show up that are going to need something or be able to offer you something. And we talked about fear last week, and fear will keep you from being a part of those people's lives, because it's like, oh, they what are they up to, or what kind of shady stuff are they into, or whatever the hell it is. But ultimately, inside when when the universe puts somebody in front of you, that is somebody, hey, you know what? I probably can help this guy or this gal, whatever. And so do it. Do it. Take somebody under your wing. You got a little bit of experience, or maybe you have a lot of experience. I don't know, whatever it is, and whoever's listening to these or watching these, thank you so much for taking the time to watch these. One, two, allow me to speak into the life of whoever. And this forum is awesome for that, because it just gives people the opportunity just to share it out and whatever. If you get something, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Maybe the next guy will, and that's all right. But ultimately, back to the subject is, when somebody's set in front of you, that it's time to take them under your wing and walk them through that process. Walk them through what you've had to go through. If you're new to this and you don't know much, but you have somebody that you trust, well, take their questions to that person and then bring the answer back, or take them to that person as well and say, hey, I'm walking with this guy. He's been showing me what to do, so maybe we could do it together, And so you have somebody to walk side by side with. It's a new do, so deal with it. and you have somebody to walk through this with, like we talked about, having somebody to be accountable, somebody you can trust. But ultimately, you're getting out of yourself to help somebody else instead of just fucking worrying about yourself for a second and getting all pent up in yourself and your own fears and your own bullshit. And sometimes that'll stress you out and you don't feel like you're making any gains or changes. And then somebody puts some like new guy in front of you and you help him and he starts growing. You're like, oh, I remember when I used to be like that. But look how far I've come. It makes for a fantastic measuring stick. And I don't know if this makes sense. I really don't. And I know for me that when I take somebody and I walk with them and help them through their experiences, I know that I'm better on the other side. You know, it goes a little bit deeper than just the physicality. It goes deeper than just, you know, lifting or dieting or whatever. Sometimes that heart connection or that mind connection, whichever it ends up being, of you being able to mentor another human being or walk another human being through this process, that they're going to be successful, more successful, because they have you to look forward to, and you in turn have people that you look to, you know. And it is what it is. I'm not angry this week, pretty mellow, and so I hope it helps, and maybe you get something, maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. So we'll talk to you later. We'll see you next week. Thanks.